of the most fantastic books I've been reading lately is Place-Based Learning, Connecting Inquiry, Community, and Culture by Mickey Evans, Charity Marcella Moran, and Aaron Sanchez. Lisa Delpit did the foreword, and I have loved it. I think one of the things that is really powerful is all the examples they provide. So I want to walk you through 3 free resources that you can access online that are part of this book. It is huge. It's like a 300-page tome with tons of resources and practical things. I'm going to share 3, and then of course I think you should read. Is this one. So this is their Baton Rouge's Troubled Waters project example. If you listen to the podcast episode of this around this book where I interviewed all 3 authors, they talk about this as kind of a highlight of theirs. So this is something you could do in grades 5 through 12. This is the estimated duration. I just love that they map out all of the pieces. So if you are interested in curriculum design, really being culturally sustaining in your pedagogy, thinking about student-centered learning, place-based, project-based learning, this is amazing. So we have the essential question: how can we plan a public swimming pool that will honor the people and culture in our community? So they sketch out the project here. So we want to aim to address historical disparities in access to swimming pools within the Black community, and we want to honor local culture. We want to do this by planning kind of a public swimming pool. And so how they're doing that is students are engaging with community elders, landscape architects, city council members. They're going to actually propose a meaningful outdoor space through participatory design. So they're going to do a lot of research. They're going to create awareness campaigns. They're going to propose legislation and all of this stuff, and deepen a ton of skills in the process. So here we have the kind of categories that the curriculum authors thought through. So a community product or products for each phase here. Ways of knowing, so really honoring multiple ways of knowing, and of course writing this in student-friendly language. So thinking about what are those content understandings and skills students will develop. Journey tracks, kind of formative assessments here, and then culturally embedded teaching strategies. So you could see things like incorporating cultural and historical significance, participatory design, emphasizing the power of storytelling, analyzing the impact of racism, understanding city council's cultural values, researching community needs, challenging stereotypes, and providing access and opportunity. Obviously, that was a quick walkthrough, so you can kind of go ahead and check that out on your own, but I want to show you something else as well. Here is an example for those quality indicators of the design principles that the authors go through in the book. Just wanted to highlight this resource as well that they offer for free online. So when we think about elevating ways of knowing, here are some examples of what you could write in those sections. So for example, it requires me to partner with students, families, and community to really weave cultural identity with content knowledge and skills, right? To teach skills like critical thinking, empathy, cultural competence, emotional competence, creativity, and collaboration, right? Recognizing the cultural centers in our spaces. So critical consciousness, spiritual consciousness, all of these things, right? And so then you can, for each of these, and I think they just give an example for this first one, think through the path to how I get there. So I'm going to create a skills inventory in home language to figure out what families may want to contribute, what assets are present in our community, not just to this project, but future projects as well, and kind of have that kind of library of resources. Ask a tribal elder to do storytelling or water-related story, and ask if they could read students' water stories. Build in a lesson and activity on empathy and environmental stewardship. So these are just specific examples this person has thought through. Building authentic community partnerships. Here's what that looks like. Embedding. So again, all of these things, right? Asking questions, exploring questions, specific lesson activities that they have determined that they would do in this unit. So again, you can see through all of these. You can engage with that. Now, I want to also show this template, which I love. So you can access this again online for free from the authors. And this is kind of a blank template of the thing we just looked at the example for, that you can actually go in and design your own unit using. Link in the description where you can access all of those pieces and actually a lot more resources as well from the authors in this book. Happy curriculum planning. I think these are great resources. Continue to design amazing student-centered, liberatory, community-based, asset-based projects for your kiddos.